Hilltop Artists, Collaborazione. Can you say that word? Collaborazione? That's pretty tough, isn't it?
It's just amazing the possibilities you can do with glass is almost infinite. Nothing else, wood, metal, or anything is like glass.
When you gather for the first time, it's way hotter than you expect, but you get used to it after a while.
Making the piece itself, working with really hot glass is a way different experience than drawing on a piece of paper.
The thing that bothered me was I couldn't touch it, and so like every time I'd want to, fix the piece, I'd try and so I had to hold back from touching it.
It's unpredictable. You never know what's going to happen. You have to concentrate. You learn something new every single day.
There's no other thing that will always give you butterflies in your stomach when you're doing a big piece that you don't know it could either break or what it could do.
It's crazy. You can take the fire and you can actually take a molten piece of glass and it's got no form, no shape, and slowly you can work it and shape it into any form or almost anything.
Today, we've had a group of the Hilltop Artists come up to help us make some pieces for a gala event in a couple of months from now. And there's going to be 36 pieces. Jimmy Mongrain is heading up the team.
Let me take a quick look.
And we're going to go from here down to the Museum of Glass next month. And we're going to work for 2 days. Today we're kind of making the prototypes, figuring out which pieces we're going to want to make.
Well, Collaborazione has turned out to be a real dream come true in a way. We never imagined that we would be able to have a partnership with Chihuly and the Museum of Glass, and that the kids would have this opportunity.
We're just getting warmed up to get started. We just talked about what designs we're going to make. Come on in and get a coffee or muffin or something. That big guy over there getting coffee is Jim Mongrain.
Hi guys. Hey. Good morning.
I consider him one of the greatest glassblowers alive. You're going to have a chance to watch him. Some of you can help him a bit today, but we're going to make some very simple, I drew up about 20 of these shapes, all with handles. And our thinking is today, we're going to try to make 6 different shapes. Jimmy, which one you want to do? A simple one?
Number 8?
Yeah. And we're going to try to make them feel a bit Venetian.
When I told the kids that we were going to have this opportunity, we sat them down and we explained to them that they'd be working with the Chihuly team, that we'd be interspersing the kids amongst the team.
They're making some Venetian pieces, so we get to see somebody who's skilled in Venetian artwork. We get to help him.
It's always exciting to have kids come into the studio, and today at the Boathouse we had the Hilltop kids. They're very excited and obviously had some good training.
You know, you don't want to mess up and everybody's looking at you. It's definitely cool being a part of the team.
It's great how you're working more as a team, passing it off between each other. So you're not saying yeah, this is my piece and only my piece. It's more of a collaboration.
I think mostly I just told the kids to be confident in their ability, that they had the skill to do the job that they needed to do up here, and that they just needed to take a deep breath and kind of block everything else out and remember that they were trained right and they knew what to do.
Glassblowing has a lot of the same techniques, and no matter how old you are, you can pick up on those and learn from the older people that have been doing it a while.
The important thing today is we're going to be doing the same thing kind of over and over, so it gives you the opportunity to really concentrate on how something's made. If you watch it just 2 or 3 times, that's not enough. You have to watch it a lot to understand it.
It's the best way to learn how to blow glass. Watching and then practicing over and over. There's no other way.
I think that watching people blow glass who are really talented is really inspiring.
It's very important to watch. It's probably easier than trying to do it yourself, because now you're watching somebody else do it, and then you're getting to learn a different technique by watching.
You're like, wow, there's more to learn. I thought I knew everything. There's so much more that I can learn.
I learn a lot just from watching people. Everyone's got different styles, different techniques. It's nice just to pick up on those and then you can use it in your own time.
I think they're watching them blow and they're like, wow, I could do this when I get older, and I can continue doing it.
If they decide to pursue glass, it's going to be a lifelong endeavor. It's a never-ending learning process. I've been blowing glass for almost 30 years and still learning every day.
It's awesome. They're all like keeping it on center. They know what to do with the glass, and they already know all of the steps that they're going to do before they actually do it. Kind of want to do that, make sure I know what I'm going to do before I start.
I was focusing on the way how he was putting on different bits. Like normally I just put one on and then try to shape it with just the tweezers. And I thought it was interesting how he was using that pipe instead of just like trying to curl it.
Well, the handles seem to be easier when you have something to mold them around, so that would be helpful. Not a very good handle person. I'm gonna try to make handles now that I know there's an easier way.
I guess it was in 1994 that Kathy Kaparik came to me with an idea that we could start some kind of program for at-risk kids. Her idea was really to center around glass blowing. I told her I would help her, although I was very reluctant whether or not it would work. Boy, I was sure wrong about that.
Well, Hilltop Artists was formed in 1994, and the goal of the program then is the same as the goal of the program today. And that is to help kids who might not otherwise graduate to stay in school long enough for that to happen for them. We're in partnership with the school district. Their other teachers have a great deal to do with everything that happens for them. But we know that if a kid, particularly a kid in trouble, needs an extra hand, that we may be the best place for them.
So I think what we do in our program is we create a safe environment where kids can come and express themselves, and that safe environment fosters their creativity, it fosters their character, it fosters their self-esteem. You know, glass is an amazing medium for that because they come in, they see this dangerous material, and within a couple weeks they're making these beautiful objects that all their friends and families are kind of oohing and aahing over. And it just builds character in these young people to take on something like this that's intimidating, scary, frightening, and overcome it. And it just shows them that they can do that with other obstacles in their lives.
Well, you know, when I first was glass blowing, the first couple years I had to learn that glass is gonna break. So, you know, when it breaks, you know, you just start over, get another pipe.
When the kids were up at the boathouse with Dale and Jim Mongrain, Dale encouraged them to watch. And then when they were at the Museum of Glass, we saw an astonishing thing. A whole team of Hilltop kids sat there and showed that they knew how to do the handles. I had no idea that they were able to work at that level.
I just think it's great to see them be able to handle the material. It's not the easiest thing to do. And to see them how good they can get, you know, that's so fast.
What are you guys trying to take my job?
They learn a lot about teamwork because that's the way we work. They learn how to make something with their own hands.
It's definitely taught me that I do have like an artistic side, because normally I wouldn't like be the best artist in the class.
I like the fact that I don't know what's going to happen. I let the glass do what it wants. You can plan one thing and it can go a completely different way.
I have a lot more freedom in the Hilltop program. It's just something that I want to do, so I work harder towards achieving what I want to make.
After school, I would actually be blowing glass. I wasn't hanging out, trying to find something to do, getting in trouble, just trying to have fun. I was actually in there trying to learn how to glass blow.
Like I had my glass blowing period, it was second period, and that gave me a motivation to wake up in the morning, come to school, do good in my classes, knowing that I would have the morning class to wake me up, and then I had the after school program, which sort of gave me like a reward for going to all my classes and trying my best in my classes.
Glass blowing taught me a lot. The Hilltop Artist Program helped me out a lot. I didn't realize it at the time, but now looking back, I don't know where I'd be without it, really.